Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's episode number 396 of the Level Up program and day number 106 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing a blue-collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things, we got Ken from NH checking in. Number 1, we got J.R. Joel. Number 2, Randy Hill, Kevin Scott, Trampy, Obey Craig, and Lazy Dog. Good morning to all on a happy Monday morning. We somehow lost our Crapsee table over the weekend. I don't know if I didn't put the code in and it didn't come up right or what happened with it. So we are going to start over with a new Crapsee table today. I'm just adjusting my camera here, something I forgot to do. So we'll get that started really quick here. But if you're playing along with Crapsee, make sure you hit that live tab and that'll bring you right to the table that we are using today. We're going to start off with a $4,000 bankroll, and we'll go with a win goal today of 10%. So this weekend was spent mostly doing family stuff. Yesterday was my youngest son's birthday. He turned 19 yesterday. So I brought him to a place in Green Bay called Max, which I've never gone to, which is basically a place that sells different types of macaroni and cheese. It was interesting, but it was decent. It was good. We're going to go with the, excuse me, the 6264 dice set today, which is our cross sixes. Again, we're going to do our, hopefully finish our 2,000 throws with that eventually here. And yeah, let's get her going. Last Friday was not such a great day with our bankroll. I think we lost like $800. That was our fourth losing session out of like 17 sessions. I'll have to do the numbers again after I'm done with the show and repeat or actually give the actual ones tomorrow. But I think it's like 4 out of 17 that we had lost. The rest of them were all winners. But again, we're going to start with a $4,000 bankroll today. Let's get her going. No line bets for me. We're going to jump up to level 5 of our betting though once we get started here. Level 5 is geared for a $4,400 bankroll all the way up to $6,600. So be my first time playing at that level, so I'll be curious to see how it goes. Dice out. And kind of a wild first throw. We got a 5-6 mid-mo yo. We switched over to the black dice today. And hopefully that gives us a little bit of luck here. 6-2-6-4 was the dice set. We got a 5-6 pass line winner, come out natural. Last Friday morning, I was on John's Coffee Run show. If you guys didn't check it out, he kind of interviewed me on different things, different ideas, different philosophies. This is Ask Him Anything Friday type session. It was a fun time. I think it went well. Again, if you didn't check it out, make sure you do check it out. Good morning, Wattage. And I also worked this weekend, besides doing all my family stuff, I worked on the next table build video. So that will be actually premiering today in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I actually finished the video at 1 o'clock this morning and got it uploaded. So we'll do a premiere this morning after John's Coffee Run show. Days out. So hopefully everybody can join me for that. We have a 6-3-9 center field 9. That left eye did not get all the way down to the end of the table, but let's mark the point of 9. And we're going to start off level 5 here with 330 on the inside. Again, remember we have a $4,000 bankroll, and obviously this is something that to go that high, you have to have a higher bankroll now. But we're going to go $75 on the 5 and 9. We got 90 on the 6 and 8. Again, that was a primary on top on that left side. Single pitch towards us on the right side. So both dice on axis, single pitch. And all bets set. Good morning, Coach Joe. Checking in. Dice out. Again, the dice cross on us 4-2-6, a Kevin DeCarpenter 2x4. And one of the dice seems to be jumping off the back wall at all times so far. It's early on now, so hopefully we'll be able to rein in that landing zone and get some consistent results. 6-2 or 4-2-6. So that is going to be a hit on that 6. That's hit number 1. We're going to go to 138 on the 6 and 138 on the 8. So this is a pressuring the number hit as well as the sister number. 105 brought back to rack. We have 426 on a table now. And again, we're going to stick with the 6-2, 6-4. The last one was an explosion on both sides. So double explosion, both dice off axis, not normal for me. And dice out. Was short on the landing zone, and we got a 2-5-7. So we got an early 7 out. Again, hopefully we do not have a repeat of last week Friday. It was not a good session. We did 8 shooters during that whole time period. And our numbers were quite low after having like 4 days in a row where we did super, super good. Good morning, Chris, and good morning, Lou. So we will turn it around today. Not a problem. At least I hope so. So let's get going again here. We got 17 people on Crapsee of 19 people watching live on YouTube. Only 8 thumbs up, so I appreciate it. Give a little bit of love. Spread the love here, people. But anyhow, let's call off that set. Shooter number 2, early on a Monday morning. Again, if you're just joining in, I will have a premiere coming out at 11:15 today Central Time, which is in about 3 hours. And that'll be our table build, and I'll have that right after John gets done with his coffee run show. Dice out. And we got a 1-4-5, the trucking camper. That one landed about where I wanted it to, but it was a little bit lower. So if you notice, that was kind of a Yuri style ending to that, which is kind of unique. And if you guys haven't watched some of my past videos, I did throw a Yuri style throw for a while, and that was more of an experimentation type phase. Now again, we're going to go 330 on the inside. 70 on the 5 and 75 on the 5 and 9, 90 on that 6 and 8. That's a double pitch on that left die, and that was a I didn't enter it in right. I did enter it right, just didn't come across on the thing. We had a 4, so that was a single pitch away. So we had a single pitch of the dice there. I don't know why that didn't come across. Let me re-enter that on there so you can see that on the display there. See if it comes through. 6-2-6-4, and we had a 1-4 result. I don't know why that didn't work. It must be a mess up on my part here, but anyhow, we'll go all bets set here and dice up. And we have 3-2-5, Justice 5. So we're looking for some repeats here, some consistency. We'll see if that starts showing up here again. Both dice off axis again, not a normal result for me, but we have a drift right of the dice. And since that was a 5 that hit, we're going to go to 125 on the 5 and 9, and we'll turn the box numbers off because that was a Buckeye buckshot, a winner. So 125 on the 5 and 9 first, and we're going to turn the bets off. We'll be looking for a new point. And dice out. 6-2-6-4. Again, slightly short in the land zone. We have a 3-3, the hard 6, the double D-gem. So let's mark the point of 6. And it's a single pitch towards us on that right side, as well as a implosion on the left side. So one dice off axis. That is normal for me. So we return those bets back on. Stick with the 6-2, 6-4, cousin 1 set. Good morning, Ryan. Mark the point. Checking in. It's been a while, my friend. And we'll all bet set here. Face out. Looking for an inside number here. And we got Magic Aces, 112. One of the bookends for those of you who are playing the ATS bet. That's a primary on the bottom on both sides, by the way. Good morning, John GT. 6-2, 6-4. And if you're just joining in here, jump in on Crapsee. You got 21 people on Crapsee, 24 people watching here. And jump in on Crapsee, play along, test your strategy, your skill. So Ryan's been busy, work schedule. Hit and miss for him. Awesome. So I'm glad you made it in. I saw George went live probably about an hour ago. Not even an hour ago. He went live this morning, so he was playing along as well on his own channel. Good morning, Ada. Get this out. And we got a 6-2-8, a Duracell 8. So that'll be hit number 2 for us. That's going to be a primary on the left side and a explosion on the right side. So I went to go see a movie yesterday with the girlfriend and her son, Twisters. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to like it. Actually, it was not too bad of a movie. I was expecting it to be more similar, and it wasn't too far off, but more similar to what the original movie was. Pretty decent movie, though. But anyhow, we are going to go to 138 on that 6 and 8. And again, we're looking for an inside number to get us out of the shooter. Next inside hit. And let's go all bets set. Nice. And we got a 1-3-4, the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that's going to be no help for us. Again, we're looking for inside numbers. Double pitch on that left die, single pitch towards us on the right. Interesting show for Color Up last night. He had his live stream with Jim the Professor, and they were talking about DI, whether it's real or not. A very interesting show. Lots of opinions on both sides. So again, excellent show though. Check it out if you have not done so already. Good morning, David. And we'll all bet set. There's a and we have another 314 Big Joe. And that would be from Wisconsin this time. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. 3-1. Perfect. Okay. So the last one was a 1-3. This one was a 3-1. So just reversed. And this one's going to be an implosion and a double pitch. So Lazy Dog is going to be in Vegas. John GT is going to Vegas. Lou is going to Vegas. Wow. I'm going to Vegas in October. How's that count? Got my plane booked already. Last 314, the last 2 314s, there's no help for us, so we're looking for the inside numbers here. Dice out. And we got a 6-4-10. We're on that sister number. Also no help for us. So that's 3 hits in a row that I have not been able to get paid out on, which is one of the drawbacks of being on an inside betting scheme. And if $210 brought back to the rack, I'm almost tempted to pull down to the 160 across so we actually get paid on these if we are consistently hitting them. But we'll see how it goes. So not loading the new table on the plans, are you? On the plane? No, not loading the plane. I'm going to be doing obviously the videos, but I'm going to do a promo video right before the Craps for the Cure, and hopefully gets to draw up some interest for it. And it'll be, you know, give you dimensions and the finished product and all that stuff, so people will have information to bid on it if they are interested. And then I guess the plans are either for myself and Fuzzy to drive it to whoever the winner is, or myself and John Kokis going together and driving it to whoever the winner is. John's son works for Enterprise, so that should hopefully get us an in on getting a good price on a vehicle. I had checked on prices for delivering the table from my home here in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, down to Vegas through U-Haul. It was a little over $1,500 one way, and there's like no way in hell I'm going to pay that price. So no plane, no craps table. Dice out 6264. And we got a 3-3 hard 6 double degen. That I think is one of our first repeat dice numbers today. And that will finally get us out of the shooter and into the profit, at least on this shooter, a little bit of recovery from that last one. That's 371 brought back to the rack. That was our point. That was a winner 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our new point established, and we're going to drop right down to 320 across, really. So that'll give us a $51 profit on this shooter, which will help us recover a little bit from that first shooter. Cheaper to ship it, says John GT. I really did not look into that at all, but again, I probably could be doing a road trip, so that way, because when I send it out, it's probably going to be taken apart slightly, and I'll be actually going to whoever purchases it, I think, and helping reinstall it into whatever area or position they need it. So we'll go all bets set here. Stick with the 6264. The last one was a single pitch towards us on the right, impulsion on the left. 1 day self access, normal result. Days out. Oh, that was way short in that landing zone. Got lucky. We got a 3-5, the Grape Ape, according to John. So let's mark the point of 8 once again. So is this going to be one of those big days that we have all 6s and 8s again? Who knows? We'll find out. So far, we have 5 of the numbers. So 1/3 has either been a 6 or an 8. In 6264, and that has been a trend that I've seen with the 6264 dice set with me, where we do consistently hit a lot of inside numbers, if you will, 5 through 9s, but mostly 6s and 8s. Again, we're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go 320 across. So it's going to be $50 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 60 in the 6 and 8. At the current moment, we're $51 in profit on this shooter alone. We'll go all bets set. And dice out. If I took all the money off the table, we would be $50 in profit as well for the day, but we're not. Dice split probably when I left my fingers. We got lucky. It is a winner. She come down on a 2, hopefully. Come on down there. Good. Okay, we got a 1-2, ace-2, Alfredo sauce. That's gonna be no help for us. Does this help extend the roll? And that is the small, ladies and gentlemen. So we lit up half of that screen green. Playing that ATS, you got paid out there. I did not. But we hit the small. We need the 9, 11, and 12 for the tall yet. So congratulations to me, Yahoo. Going to continue on with that 6264. So John GT says road trip sounds fun. Yeah, it may set up to roll out a few with whoever goes with me or whoever wins the bid. We'll see how the bankroll is doing after we get done with the Vegas trip, though. I'm hoping, not expecting to win a ton of money. I'm expecting more to go and have fun and meet everybody. I've met a fair number of people in the YouTube community here already, but there's a ton more that I've never met. So I'm excited to actually meet up with a lot of people. Good morning, Mike. Checking in on YouTube. All bets set here. And I saw it. And we got a 358, another grape ape. So that is another pass line winner, I believe. And what we're going to do is we're going to pressure that 8 up to $90. And then we are going to turn all of our box numbers off as we look for a new point again. So we're doing a lot of hitting points today so far. Thank you, Craig. And thank you, Lazy Dog. All bets set here. 21 people on Crapsee, 27 people watching, only 11 likes. What does it take to get you guys to hit that thumbs up? I could probably jump on the table if you want me to, and we could do, I'm just kidding. Let's let dice out here. A little bit long this time on the line zone 9. We got a 4-3 on the come out. So that was mechanical deficiency there. So we need to make sure we work on that landing zone today. That was a pass line winner, natural. Unfortunately, that reset the ATS, but that's right. We had quite a few tall numbers to hit there. So make sure you do go up on that ATS if you are going to be playing that again. Again, all of our box numbers are turned off. And we'll bet set here, dice out. Again, slightly long on that line zone. This time we got lucky. We got a 2, 4, 6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So let's mark the point of 6. And again, need to work on that landing zone. Single pitch away on both of them. Sets a primary on the front side. And all of our box numbers are turned back on now. And let's call this all bets set. That's out. Now we want a little short on the line zone. 257. Damn it. So we're aiming for right in this area. The two other ones were in this area. This last one was back in here. So we're off about 3-4 inches on either side of the dice there. So I'm not happy about that. Need to rein it in or tone it in. But I did a little bit of recovery. Not much, but a little bit of recovery towards that first shooter. Made a profit of $91. So we're still down, what, about 230 bucks or so, somewhere on there. Which I guess isn't the worst considering we're starting off with 330. Mike, that's awesome. So anyhow, let's go. That was a sharpshooter pay, by the way, 6-1. And again, this is shooter number 3 here. Let's go all bet set. And face out. That was closer. 4-3-7. Come out 7, pass line winner. So, I don't know. We're getting a lot of those red numbers showing up in a very short time. 3 out of 4 rolls. So let's switch around to that cousin 2 set really quick and see if that helps divert that 7 a little bit. We got 6-4-6-2. Yeah, Craig says one of his biggest pet peeves is tossing too low. And I'm finding that if I was throwing it too high for a while. What was happening is I was taking too much energy off of the dice, which I didn't think was possible, but it actually is possible, that I need to keep a little more energy in the dice so they will respond off the back wall a little bit straighter than that. So we're kind of experimenting around with that a little bit. Coach Joe wants a review of Max. I guess I got the bacon, chicken, and ranch Max, which actually was pretty good. It was a little bit wasn't as warm as I thought it would be. It was a little bit cooler, not cold, but it was warm, but not steaming hot like I was hoping. But it was actually pretty good. Pretty good. It was myself, my younger son, girlfriend, and then 3 of her children and her grandchild. Peace out. And we got 358, the Grape Ape. That is definitely a repeat number we're seeing today. Oops, we went to 6-4 this time. 6-4-6-2 with a 3-5. Price wise, it was right around $15-16 a person, and that was for the big skillet. They come in a little like skillets, so that was kind of neat. 6-4-6-2 we'll stick with here. Good morning, Mel. And let's go again, 330 on the inside. And we'll go all bet set. 24 people on Crapsee. Got 32 people watching, 14 likes. Dice out. If you're just joining in, I'm going to be having a premiere in about 2.5 hours. The next table build installment. Be consider week number 5 on the video title. Dice out. And we got 314 Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. So I know it's been a while since I did one of those table build videos, but I actually recorded a lot of this, 2 weeks ago, or last weekend, and 2 weekends before that. So the last 3-4 weeks I've been doing the recordings, and just took me a little bit of time to do the editing. I took a small break on the table build to figure some things out that I was having problems with, and to give myself a little bit of a break. But hopefully this next week it will be working on the table again, and in about 2 weeks we'll have another video come out as well, hopefully. Fingers are crossed. And we'll go all bet set here. Face off. These are not count. Let's regrip them. And we have another 1-3-4. Seriously, Joe, maybe I should bet in on the outside. That might be a smart choice to make. But usually when I make that change is when I start throwing the 6s and 8s. Damn it. I'll try it one more time here. 6-2. I'm sorry, 6-4, 6-2. Cousin 2 set. Last one was a double pitch explosion, 1 dice off access. And let's go all bet set here. Dice out. Again, long on it. But this time we got lucky. We got 2, 3, 5. The Justice 5. Just cannot hone in on that damn landing zone today. But be our first hit for this shooter. We'll be able to pressure our bets up to 5 and 9 respectively. We're going to go to 125 on each of them. So that's going to be a $50 pressure on both. And we'll call that all bets set as soon as we get our dice set here. 6-4, 6-2. And dice out. Wow, that was way short. 639. Got all the shooter at least, but that was way short. I like the way this time they landed way back here instead of up here. So that was about a 6-inch difference. So that was way off. But I do like the way the dice went in unison, rolling forward towards the back wall. And I will accept those results. Primary top on that left side, explosion on the right side, normal 1 dice off axis for me. And that's going to get us out of the shooter. So that is nice. 280 brought back to the rack. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to $66 on the 6 and 8. And we're going to put $55 on the 5. And let's go $35 on that field. And then we'll play the Iron Cross for at least 1 hit here. And try to get a little bit of extra money brought back. We had 280 brought back to the rack currently. And we're looking to get at least 320 or more back before we go to the next step of this program, or next level, next step of the betting plan. Yes. So all bets set. 6-4, 6-2. Days out. And we have another 9, a 639. And that is called the soft 9, the soft franc, or something like that. It's the easy 9 to soft franc. There we go. So that is the easy 9 to soft franc. And that's going to pay out on that field. That'll bring us up to 315. Let's put $35 on that field. I'm sorry, on the 9. We're going to keep the 35 up on the field. Put 1 more hit on this one. Oh, I just said it. Hopefully that does not affect us. 6-4, 6-2. And we'll go all bets set. Let's get a primary on top or bottom. That would give us a 12 or a 2. And that would pay a double. That would be nice. Here we go. Dice out. And we did not. We got 835 Grape Ape. So we're definitely starting to see repeat dice numbers, dice results coming up here on a fairly regular basis. And that'll be enough to get us out of the shooter. That was a winner 6, by the way. So we're at 357 brought back to rack. Once we get a new point established, we'll go back to the 320 across. 6-4, 6-2. And all bets set. That shows how if you have an early loser, which is our first roll was a loser, it takes a little bit to get dug out. Here we go, dice out. And we have an ace deuce, Alfredo sauce, pass line loser, come out loser. Craps number. Yeah. 6, 4, 6, 2. That 3 was no help for us. I have another double digit roll going here. And we'll call it all bets set. That's out. And we have a 145, the trucking camper, so it's marked a point of 5. So over marks numbers will be turned back on. In fact, we're going to take those bets down. Like I said, we're going to go 320 across, which is going to be $50 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10, 60 on that 6 and 8. And again, 6, 4, 6, 2. That's out. That's all. Dice split apart when they left my fingers just slightly. 426, Kevin Carpenter, 2x4. So they landed about the right area, but they split apart. They're a little bit wider than normal. A single pitch away in that left eye, single pitch away in the right eye, primer in the front side. And that's going to allow us to pressure up that 6. We're going to bring the 6 to $90. And hopefully we can start hitting some of these. 427 brought back to rack, 350 on the table currently. If I took everything off, we would be up $197 for the day. If I lost everything, we would be down $153 for the day. So we've done some recovery so far from that first shooter yet. Dice out. Again, our goal is 10%. So if we hit $400 between the table and our rack, we pull the money down and go to the cage to color up. Ooh, I kind of jerked that one a little bit. Got lucky again. 628, the Duracell 8. So remember, if you make goal, make sure you put in the chat that you made goal. People should be getting there pretty close to making goal here. Remember, our goal is $400 or 10%. So again, we're going to go to $90 on the 8 now. We're $137 away from goal if I took everything off the table. 6462. 2 nuts from 11, says Trampy. So all bets set here. They sucked. Ooh, way short on the landing zone again. 2, 3, 5, Justice 5. Again, I'm having a very difficult time today zoning in on that. That's going to be a implosion on the left eye, explosion on the right. So that is a drift right of the dice. Again, not normal, but as a winner 5, so we'll take that. We're going to pressure up that 5 to, what are we going to go to? We're going to go to $60 on that 5, and then we'll turn all the bets off. So it's a partial press. We need another $63 to get to gold. 6462. Hard enough to win this game the way it is. So that's why we're at a 10%. Good morning, Glenn. That's why we were at a 10% win goal today. All bets set. Dice out. Again, short and the dice cross, a 2, 3, 5, justice 5. So it's marked a point of 5. So who's been watching the Olympics? I have not watched as much as I would like to have. I know that we're doing well in swimming and we did well in gymnastics, and basketball, I think it was going well. But my exciting sports will be coming up here in a couple of days. And in the chat, tell me what my exciting sport that I'm waiting for to come up is. I'm sure a lot of you guys can choose that or guess what it is. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, John. And John, again, like I said, we did John interviewed me on Friday. Show went really well, and I'm very thankful to be included in the community and to have the opportunity to answer questions. Also, John, I am going to be doing a premiere after your coffee run show today. So about 11:15 Central Time, if you want to mention that, I'll have the next installment of the table build. So there'll be week number 5, just so you know. So anyhow, we'll go all bets set here. Dice out. Let's get a 6 or 8 here. Would be nice. That would put us over goal. And you ask, you shall receive a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer first time today. That is awesome. And let's just verify to see where we're going to be at. But I think that does put us over goal for the day, which is awesome. Synchronized swimming. You are right there, David. Not. They're at $4,442. That puts us $42 over goal. So let's pull our bets down. We're going to go 18 on that 6 and 8. So that way we are still over goal and we still have some stake on the table here. 516 was a double explosion on the right side, explosion on the left side. So stick at 6462. I'll call that all bets set. I actually can swim. Not so much anymore like I used to be able to, John. I actually did a couple mile swims when I was younger. But now probably closer to sinking like a rock. Dice out. Ooh, high jump there. 415 trucking camper. And that's going to be a winner 5. That is a repeater win as well on the shooter. Interesting. It's WrestleMania. Honestly, David, I can't stand that crap. But half the people in my family, in my household, actually enjoy that. So that's exactly what they're watching this weekend. It's SummerSlam for WWE. Oh my God. Cow tipping is a valid sport in Wisconsin, Dan. So thank you for pointing that out. You guys are hilarious. Oh my God. Look, all but said you're looking for a new point. Still on shooter number 3 for the day. 6462. Dice out. And we got, oh wow, OMC Craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. on the come out. Says a primary top on both sides. So here's the next question. Since everybody's joking around with me, do cows sleep standing up or laying down? Interesting question. 6462. And I'm still looking for a point here. Shooter number 3. Dice out. John GT says standing up. Is he right? Dice out. Ace Deuce, Alfredo Sauce, another come out winner, our loser. Dan says he never saw one sleeping. You know, honestly, neither have I. Too funny. But you ever tried tipping a cow over? Yeah, that's almost impossible to do. They're not easy to move. That I have tried doing, tipping a cow over. They pretty much tip you over. So yeah, I've never seen them sleeping either. So I'm guessing that they sleep standing up from everything I've heard. So let's go all bets set. You're still looking for a point. Face out. Dice crossed on us. 369 center field line. They came to rest in the corner of the table in the hook. And I'm at goal. Who else made goal today so far? Who else made goal so far today? Put it in the chat. And we have a marking a point of 9 here. So the only bets we have on the table right now are 6 and 8. Playing at a low thing here. My favorite gymnastics. I enjoy watching gymnastics, Dan, and get your mind out of the gutter, not for that reason. But everybody knows what my favorite sport is, and it's gonna be coming up here in a couple days. I'm excited. Been watching the lead up for the last couple months for it. In fact, one of my locals, within an hour away, actually tried out for the Olympic team and did not make it. But he was only a senior in high school. So, but he came in. I think they took obviously the top 2 or 3 people go on to the wrestling camp, I think it was, but only the top person made the team, obviously. And he took, I think, like 5th or 6th in the United States as a senior in high school. Pretty amazing. 6462. Dice out. Let's get a 6 or 8. Dice split apart when I left my fingers. 6, 4, 10. That is our first Waylon's best friend, a win at end Daddy Joe for the day. Wrestling it would be, my friend. I enjoyed all the other comments, though. That was hilarious. So David's up 30%. Time to go to capital preservation mode, he says. That's awesome. Thank you, Wattage. So John GT, pull your damn bets down and play with profit. Play with fun money. So I don't get hollered at and have a potential drive-by by you again. 6462. All bets set. 33 people still playing along on Crapsee. And we're only at 15 likes, everyone. Come on. That's out. Thumbs up for me, please. That's out. Here we go. And we got a 538. Awesome. Now we can pick up another number. Another number. That is the grape ape, John. So we have 6462 with a grape ape. Good morning, Michael. Thank you, my friend. We got a 6462, and we're going to pick up Pick up the 5 or the 9. Let's pick up the 5 because we've hit that more often. So we're gonna put $15 on that 5. And that's all we can spend right now. We're at $44.12 if we lost everything, which is $12 over goal. If I took everything off, we'd be at $44.63. Oh, that's set. Dan is hilarious. I would love to see you do Joe wrestling or Dan, because I have a feeling you wouldn't be able to move around that too easily. And he'd probably get beat up too easily on purpose. Dice out. Again, slightly short. We have another OMC Craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight. Primary on top. Dice did veer over towards the right. That means my wrist was slightly twisted on the release there. What color Jello? That's awesome. 6462. Looking for Midmo Yo to hit the tall. We need aces to hit the small. And dice out. That was a repeater win, by the way. And we got square pair. 4-4 hard 8. So that is another hit on that 8. That is perfect. So we can pick up the 9 now. So we're slowly spreading our bets out. $15 on a 9. We have 714 brought back on this shooter. We have 66 on the table. It's a fair trade, I would say. 6462. DDO, says David, and I agree with you on that one. All bets set. Dice out. How long have I been thrown across sixes? I started at roll number 4,000, whatever, and we're at let's look really quick here. Oops, wrong screen. We are at as of last week, Friday, 4,700, so about 300 plus throws. Dan, so hopefully that answers your question. No, 700 plus throws. So we'll be at a little over 1,000 throws on this by the end of the week, hopefully. So. And we got a 134 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So once we get to that, what is that, 6,000 throws on black belt, which will put us at 2,000 throws for the cross sixes here. We're going to be going to rhythm rolling, advanced rhythm rolling. So good morning, Marble Fork. 6462. That's 4 was no help for us. We don't have anything on the 4 at the current moment. And let's go about set this out. And we have the double digit again, 3-3 hard 6. That is perfect. See, shorts on the left side and an explosion on the right. 1 dice off axis, normal result. And that's going to allow us to pick up that 4 now. Let's make that a $15 place bet. All we have left is the 10. We're on our fun money now. So this is where we can hopefully start expanding some of our profits in that. This will be roll number 26 coming up here. Still have not hit the tall or small on this shooter. We did hit the small on shooter number 2, though. All bets set. They split apart just slightly. We have a 4, 5, 9, the hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac. I think that's our first Big Daddy Mac for the day also. So we're going to pick up that 10, and now we are all the way across on all of our bets, and we're going to be able to start spreading our trend betting upwards. That was a winner 9, by the way. So we are going to turn our bets off and get a new point established. Good morning, Danny. Puck off, checking in. Went like a man and came down like a horse's tramp. That's awesome. And this says, if I determine the top 2 numbers that you throw with that set, I think that one of them might be a 5. Actually, my top 2 numbers I've thrown to the set is 6 and the 8. The 5 is closely behind that. Today I'm throwing a ton of 5s, 6s, and 8s, but what I have found with the set, Dan, is I've been throwing a ton of inside numbers. So 5, 6, 8, and 9. My outside numbers have been very limited, and the craps numbers actually have been severely limited. I mean, look at today, we threw 1 mid-milio, 2 midnights. Today is actually higher than normal for my craps numbers. Normally I don't throw many craps numbers at all. So hop the aces, says John GT. So I'm about set here. Dice out, looking for a point. 6, 4, 6, 2. And there we go. We got Old Bay Bushel, 5, 5 hard, 10. Let's mark the point of 10. And that would be a 6, 4, 6, 2, 5, 5. Still looking for that mid-mo-yo for the tall, though. Like, you'd think that would be easy to attain. So Glenn is up $557 and down. And 50 on the table. Awesome. So he is on fun money. That is awesome. Thanks for letting us know. And dice up. 34 people still playing along with Crapsee. 26 people still watching. We're up to 19 likes now. They are slowly trickling in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out if you don't any other time. Dice out. Way short on that landing zone. And we got a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. That was a lucky result. Dice kind of stumbled into the back row and kind of stumbled off a little bit. But I will accept it. We're going to go to $30 on the 8. 777 brought back to the rack. We have 108 on the table. And switching to the cousin 2 set was a good choice for the day. That was a repeater win on the 8, by the way. So John GT secured his goal. Awesome. In profit, $526. That's awesome. You don't think I'd get the 2 or 12 here, Dan? But we'll go but set. That was our sister numbers from some of the other ones I've been throwing enough of. And we had a 5, 3, 8, another grape ape. So again, we once we got settled down here, we started honing in on that landing zone. We've been getting consistent dice results, which is a good thing to see. Look at that SOR today. Wow. Wish it was like that every single day. And yes, they are both off axis on that last one. Both explosions of the dice. And we're going to go to $42 on that 8. 812 brought back 120 on the table. 6, 4, 6, 2. And so That one landed like a rock. Wow, that was really cool to see. 268, Duracell 8 again. That was kind of pretty watching. They landed really close together. They both rolled tight up against the back wall and came off in unison. That is what I would like to see all of the time. This 8 has been consistently hitting. We're going to go to $60 on the 8. Again, we're trend betting the numbers that are hitting right now. It's an increase of 3 units. If we were to lose all of our money on the table right now, we'd be in profit at goal plus $93. So we would be at $44.93. So these are the good times. Wow, John GTRJR Joel says if you would not have regressed his 8, he would have been at table max. Wow, that's cool. That's all. I have never been at table max ever. The highest I've ever had a number was the 6 and 8 down in Joliet at the Hollywood Casino, and that was at $300 on each. Whoa, that was a terrible throw. We got lucky. 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. That one hit the base of the wall as it came down. Wow. But I was at $300 each, and that was when Giuseppe was rolling the dice. And at the time, Alfredo, and it's not because I was in partnership with Alfredo, but at the time we were in partnership together doing a corporation. So we were betting together, and it wasn't because of him. I would have had the dice up that high as well without his assistance. But that was the highest I've ever had, $300 on the 6, $300 on 8. And the funny thing is my buy-in was $300. And Corey Espy, Sith Lord Espy came up to me and says, "Hey, Joe, how does it feel to have more than your buy-in on the table?" I just kind of laughed. I'm like, not a big deal. So Don made go. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. All bets set. 33 people still playing on Crapsee. Face up. Another 628. Wow. Duracell 8. 8 is a hot number. So that kind of answers your question, Dan. Hopefully, if you're still here, what number is the hot number? I'm sure that John is starting to show as we speak right now. Oh, wow, Dan still is here, and he was talking about Ed. I didn't catch Ed's show last night. We're going to go to $90 on that 8. $12.8 out of 51 rolls. 6-4-6-2. And again, like I said, switching over to that cousin 2 set was a decent decision here. Face out. And the roll comes to an end. 617. Did not hit either side of that ATS on that one. Interesting. So that's going to be a double pitch on the right side. It's primary on top on the left side. It's double pitch of the dice. One of the 2 sevens there. So let's see, get your late for it twice on that roll. And still up big on a roll. Wow, that's awesome. So let's go through, look at our statistics here. And we had 17.3 SOR today, 10.4 SRR to come out sevens. Strong numbers today obviously was that 8 and slightly the 5, 6, and 4. So we're hitting mostly the small numbers today compared to most of those talls. Box numbers, inside numbers are up. 4s and 10s are low today. Come out sevens are low. Horns are low. Fields are low. Hardways are low. Looking at our black belt statistics, and this is through the end of last week, Friday. We had 4,711 throws on black belt with a 9.48 SOR, 6.68 SRR, and a 6.6 SRBSR. So I do thank everybody for coming in and watching today. With 2 decent rolls, definitely got to go. I made a profit of $542 today. So that's a little bit over that 10% goal that we had. But hey, I'm going to go over to John's from Casino Gaming TV to watch his daily paycheck. And I'll see all of you guys over there. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Joe. This is my Crapsmaster dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.